Usually this time of year, it's the time that producers are wrapping up with top dressing, but Brian, the weather hasn't really been conducive for that. So what can producers do in this interim period?
So right now, as we just got wet, you see all the water behind us flowing through the fields. We're saturated, we're wet. A lot of people don't have their top dress on because it's been so wet. We need to be making sure that we have our plans ready to go forward. We know it seems late, this time of year, like you said, we're already done with our top dress majority of our acres, and many of them haven't had any nitrogen. It's not too late, and I want to stress that even on our dual purpose or grazing wheat, we're past hollow stem, we still have a little bit of time to fertilize that ground. And on our grain only, we're not to hollow stem yet. We have time to get rigs across the field, get nitrogen on, and have good benefit. Our recent research at Oklahoma State University shows that nitrogen can be applied at or even after hollow stem and receive full benefit of the nitrogen you use, and even result in a better quality end-use quality because of our protein content, because we're applying it closer to when the plant actually needs the nitrogen.
What type of applications should producers be thinking about to be applying?
So it's kind of a one hand and the other. One hand you have, you want to be as efficient as possible as far as the nutrient and the nitrogen, but you also have, we need to get it done. So we're balancing the most ease of use and the most efficient. Our two primary options right now are going to be a dry or a liquid. So urea is going to be a good option because spinner spreader capability, if you can get across ground that has not had hollow stem yet, or you have narrow tires and you cross ground that way. However, we have to be cautious that if we have wet ground like we have out here right now, and we get over wet ground with a dry urea and we don't have rain soon after, we're going to have a lot of losses. That's when we get the most, is when you apply urea to a wet soil, it doesn't rain, we have warm temperatures in the 60s and 70s, and we have wind. So avoid urea if the ground still has a lot of moisture in the top surface. UAN is going to be a good option. You can run with sprayers, that means wide application widths. You can run UAN as either as a flat fan, which gives you small droplets like when you're applying a herbicide, or with streamers, which concentrates that stream down in. Now, on both of those, when you apply the UAN with the flat fan, you can use a herbicide at times. That's a good option to make efficiency of your application use. However, if you have a lot of residue like wheat straw or any kind of dead residue showing, I don't really like the flat fan, because if we don't get rain within a day or two, that UAN can stick to that residue and it will be tied up. Now, it's not lost, but it could be tied up during the wheat's production cycle. Streamer nozzles concentrates UAN into thicker streams and actually pushes it down through that residue. If you don't have residue, either a streamer or a flat fan will work, because you're contacting the wheat or you're contacting the soil, which gets good uptake.
So with the weather being what it is now and producers do need to wait, is there a margin for error when it is going to be too late?
Yeah, we really start transitioning on too late. As the closer we get after hollow stem, a week or two after hollow stem, we're still pretty good. The closer we get to boot, we're losing, or closer we get to flag leaf, we're losing yield potential. Now, I've also shown that if you're deficient, you can apply nitrogen up to flag leaf and get a yield response. However, you have lost your top end for sure. So it depends. If you have yellow wheat, apply nitrogen all the way through flag leaf. If you have green wheat, then walk away. That's also where the enriched strip comes into play. If you have an enriched strip out there, you understand whether you have an end response or it's just something else.
All right, thanks, Brian. If you would like some more information on fertilizer applications, go to our website, sunup.okstate.edu.